Don't this sound very damn familiar? And it looked like we might have to go get another hardship player. I just got to be honest here, guys. That is what it's looking like. Now, with all that being said, we have to talk about this damn drama that occurred in the very beginning of the game, man. That is between none other than DeWanna Bonner and Lexie Hall. Yes, they had a situation to where Lexie was D'ing up on DeWanna Bonner, bro. I mean, she had...
The Indiana Fever front office has provided a significant update regarding Caitlyn Clark's injury status. The organization recently signed Odyssey Sims to a hardship contract, and while Clark's return wasn't anticipated this early in the recovery process, ESPN published an article earlier this week projecting her comeback for August 12th. According to the latest information from the Indiana Fever front office, Caitlyn Clark's groin injury has been designated as a game-time decision. This represents a major development in her recovery timeline. Clark has been absent from action since early July, with many analysts predicting her return wouldn't occur until late August. This positive update suggests she could potentially participate in tomorrow's matchup against Paige Beaker.
DeWanna Bonner, bro. I mean, she had her guarded, lights out, and this happened. She got her little rocks off on Lexie, and she got all in Lexie face. Watch this. Now, is it me, or did that look like a moving screen? That looked like a moving screen by Alyssa Thomas. Let me see. I didn't watch it. All in Lexie face. All in Lexie face like that. Now, that right there broke the damn internet.
The narrative surrounding both players has generated considerable discussion, with debates about their relative abilities. Tomorrow's potential matchup could provide clarity on these comparisons, though Clark's actual participation remains uncertain until game time. The recent game proved challenging for the Fever, particularly in the second half. The first half showed promise, but the team struggled significantly after halftime. Alyssa Thomas dominated the contest, and the Fever appeared unable to contain any opposing player effectively. The performance highlighted the team's current struggles without their star player.
All in Lexie face like that. Now, that right there broke the damn internet. I mean, she's all up in her grill. It just did not look good, man. I did not like seeing that at all. At all. Why mess with Lexie? She's just trying to D you up. Like, why even go that way? And I hope a reporter asked that question. What did she say to Lexie in the press conference? See, guys, I don't really like the media people, because the media people, they don't ask the right questions, man. They don't ask the right questions, dog.
Multiple injuries have compounded the team's difficulties. Ari McDonald suffered an injury, as did Sydney Colson, creating a pattern of unfortunate health setbacks. These developments may necessitate signing another hardship player to maintain roster depth. A notable incident occurred early in the game involving Dana Bonner and Lexie Hull. Hull had been defending Bonner effectively throughout the contest when Bonner became confrontational, getting directly in Hull's face during play. The incident appeared to stem from what looked like a moving screen by Alyssa Thomas, though the situation escalated when Bonner directed her frustration toward Hull.
Like something like that. Hey, what did you say to Lexie? Like, watch, no one asked that question. No one asks that question. Now, with all of that being said, the game is finally over. The game is finally over. Just moments ago, Alyssa Thomas has made history. 3 consecutive triple-doubles, I believe she had. Yeah, man. She got off, bro. She got off. She had 18 points, 10 assists, and 11 damn rebounds. Look, just look at the damn box score. Everybody that got in the game.
The confrontation generated significant online discussion, though media members failed to address the incident during post-game interviews. Questions about what was said during the exchange went unasked, representing a missed opportunity for clarification. Alyssa Thomas achieved a historic milestone, recording her 3rd consecutive triple-double with 18 points, 10 assists, and 11 rebounds. The box score reflected dominant performances across Connecticut's roster, with every player who entered the game making meaningful contributions. Even players with limited minutes, such as Kalani Brown, who played 3 minutes and recorded 2 assists, and another player who contributed 5 points in just 3 minutes of action. Sydney Colson's injury occurred the day after her birthday, adding unfortunate timing to the setback. The injury appeared to be non-contact, making it particularly concerning for the team's depth moving forward. Sophie Cunningham delivered an outstanding performance with 18 points, shooting efficiently at 7 of 10 from the field and 2 of 2 from three-point range. Her performance demonstrated what she can accomplish when given adequate scoring opportunities. The increased ball movement to Cunningham appeared to be a strategic adjustment that paid dividends. Other bench players also received extended minutes, with KK playing 10 minutes and contributing 5 points, while Chloe Bibby also saw nearly 10 minutes of action. These rotational changes reflected the team's need to find production from different sources. The third quarter proved particularly devastating for Indiana, as they managed only 11 points during the period. This quarter effectively decided the game's outcome, representing a complete breakdown in offensive execution and defensive intensity. A previous analysis had suggested that Indiana might actually be more dangerous without Caitlyn Clark, because she tends to dominate ball possession. However, this game demonstrated the opposite, showing how much the team relies on her playmaking and scoring ability. The injury to Sophie Cunningham, who was struck in the eye during play, added another concern to an already difficult evening. Her teammates' response to the incident raised questions about team support and protection of key players. Several regular contributors struggled significantly. Natasha Howard managed only 7 points, while Aaliyah Boston, who had been averaging a double-double, recorded 0 points on 0-4 shooting. Kelsey Mitchell finished with 12 points on 3 of 10 shooting, and Ari McDonald contributed 4 points and 2 assists before her injury. The team's struggles became so pronounced that Bree Turner entered the game and played 11 minutes, even managing to score. Turner's inclusion in meaningful minutes highlighted the depth issues plagued for improved execution across all phases of the game. With multiple players dealing with health issues and the team struggling to find consistent offensive production, the upcoming games will test Indiana's resilience and ability to adapt to challenging circumstances. The potential return of their star player could provide the spark needed to reverse recent struggles and return to competitive form. A major controversy has erupted within the Women's National Basketball Association following the unexpected sidelining of rising star Caitlyn Clark. The situation escalated dramatically when teammates Sophie Cunningham and Lexie Hull publicly challenged the league's handling of the matter, sparking widespread debate about power dynamics and player treatment. The incident began when Clark mysteriously disappeared from team activities without explanation. No injury report accompanied her absence, nor did officials provide any statement regarding the sudden change. The rookie sensation, who had been driving unprecedented audience growth and arena attendance, vanished from starting lineups and warm-up routines without warning. Speculation immediately surrounded the circumstances of her removal. Initial theories suggested routine player management, while others pointed toward possible disciplinary measures. However, sources close to the situation indicated something unusual was occurring, as Clark had maintained excellent performance standards and followed all team protocol. The absence appeared particularly suspicious given Clark's statistical contributions and commercial impact. She consists between Clark and league administrators. Reports suggested her candid interview responses and growing social media influence created discomfort among certain executives. Her evolving status from player to cultural phenomenon apparently troubled some decision-makers within the organization. Particularly damaging rumors indicated Clark had challenged marketing strategies during private meetings, criticizing approaches as disconnected from fan interest. Following these alleged confrontations, her playing time gradually decreased before she was completely removed from active participation. The league's handling resembled an orchestrated media blackout, with no press conferences, interviews, or official communications explaining the situation. This silence created an information vacuum. She abandoned standard diplomatic responses and made pointed accusations about the league's motivation. Her statements suggested Clark's removal represented retaliation rather than legitimate basketball decisions. Cunningham's bold stance resonated immediately across social platforms, with clips of her comments spreading rapidly. She continued her criticism through various media appearances, accusing the organization of prioritizing control over progress and playing political games with player careers. Her courage inspired widespread support, with fans rallying behind her willingness to speak openly about the situation. Multiple hashtag movements emerged, connecting Clark's treatment with broader concerns about player advocacy and league management. Lexie Hull subsequently joined the public criticism with equally direct statement. Rather than issuing prepared remarks, she confronted media directly, questioning what such treatment meant for all players within the league. Her unfiltered response created additional shockwaves throughout the organization. Hull's follow-up social media activity included symbolic posts that fans interpreting discussions among younger players who felt increasingly constrained by league politics. Reports suggested she was helping coordinate resistance efforts among athletes concerned about speaking out publicly due to potential career consequences. Her deleted social media posts, which fans quickly documented, appeared to directly challenge league executives and media figures, attempting to minimize the controversy. These messages reinforced perceptions that she was taking systematic action rather than simply reacting emotionally. Together, Cunningham and Hull created a unified front against what they characterized as institutional overreach. Their partnership transformed individual complaints into organized resistance that the league could no longer ignore through standard damage control measures. Fan response amplified the players' message exponentially. Social media platforms became battlegrounds where supporters compiled evidence of unfair treatment, documented statistical comparisons, and analyzed officiating patterns. This grassroots investigation created pressure that traditional public relations strategies could not neutralize. The league eventually responded with carefully crafted statements that avoided addressing specific allegations while characterizing decisions as routine strategic choices. However, these responses only intensified criticism by appearing evasive and inadequate given the circumstances. Player reactions to official statements included subtle but pointed social media responses that demonstrated continued dissatisfaction. Even veteran analysts began questioning the league's explanations, with former players publicly expressing skepticism about the official narrative. Commercial consequences became apparent as merchandise sales declined and ticket demand dropped for games without Clark's participation. Corporate sponsors reportedly sought clarification about the situation before continuing promotional activities, indicating broader business implications. The controversy exposed deeper organizational tensions between different player factions. Veteran athletes who had navigated previous conflicts found themselves at odds with newer players more willing to challenge established protocols. Locker room dynamics became strained as loyalties were tested. Behind-the-scenes alliances formed as players chose sides between maintaining traditional silence and supporting public resistance. These internal divisions created additional complications for team management and league administration. The conflict reached a crescendo with emotional reaction. Their statements during this interview explicitly connected Clark's situation to broader concerns about how the organization treats all players. They declared an end to accepting intimidation tactics and announced their intention to protect fellow athletes from similar treatment. The interview generated immediate viral circulation, with professional athletes from various sports expressing support through social media engagement. This cross-sport solidarity elevated the controversy beyond women's basketball into broader discussions about athlete advocacy and organizational accountability. Independent media investigations began examining historical patterns of player silencing and administrative overreach. Former athletes shared similar experiences, creating a comprehensive picture of systemic issues rather than isolated incidents. The situation transformed from a single-player controversy into a comprehensive examination of league culture, executive authority, and player rights. Cunningham and Hull's leadership catalyzed broader discussions about power structures within professional women's sports. Current developments suggest the controversy will continue influencing league dynamics, player relations, and fan engagement. The outcome may establish important precedents regarding athlete advocacy and organizational transparency within professional sport.